Hello, Claire Yosa here, author of Dare to Dream Bigger, the Inside Work Handbook for passionate world changers and entrepreneurs. Now, if you've hung out with me for a while, you'll know one of the things I love to get you to deal with is your inner critic. That voice in your head, critic on your shoulder. We've all got different names for our internal dialogue. The number one thing I see getting in the way of people's dreams once they have clarity about what they want to create and the difference they're here to make in the world is the stories we tell ourselves. Now, the problem is most of us don't even realize that we're telling ourselves stories. This critic, this dialogue runs subconsciously in the background, like a radio station that we forgot we tuned into. The thing is, the stories it tells us become the constraints, the boxes, the limits within which we can create our dreams. You might find it's perfectionism. You might find you're displaying procrastination. You're getting easily distracted. You're trying too hard. You're not getting results. The first place to start to turn that around is pretty much always the stories going on inside. They're the symptoms of the stuff underneath. I don't just want us to deal with the thoughts. The thoughts control your actions and your results, but they're just a symptom. Your thoughts are driven by your beliefs. There's a bit in your brain, the reticular activating system, that's full of your beliefs that says, pay attention to this, ignore that. Pay attention to the fact that you're rubbish at such and such and ignore the evidence that you might be brilliant at it, yeah? We're going to go below that to the what's important to you, and even we're going to do some really beautiful, potent, clearing, block smashing, healing work at the identity level. Who am I? I don't normally get to do this with people unless we're one-to-one. I have got a huge amount of really useful stuff on your inner critic in this. So if you can't join me for the workshop, make sure you've bought Dare to Dream Bigger and work through at least as far as the end of step 2. And you'll see the difference that makes. But in online masterclasses and in a book, there's only so far we can go. Some of it we simply have to be face to face, and that's the stuff we're going to cover in the Inner Critic Bootcamp. So whether your path is running your own business or running a campaign or making a difference in the world through somebody else's business, if you secretly know that you're self-sabotaging, you're not getting the results you want despite feeling like you're doing the right stuff, and it's time to tame that inner critic, let's come and work together on the Inner Critic Bootcamp, and we'll deep dive into the root causes that allow the surface level stuff just to melt away. It sets you free. It feels like a magic wand when you've done it. It's so beautiful to get to do this. We're only going to be a group of maximum 8 people. As I say, come to my place. I'll even give you lunch. You'll get a workbook a couple of weeks before the course, and we're going to do 2 live calls as a group after the course so we can keep that momentum going and address anything else that bubbles up so you really create lasting, lifelong change as a result of this workshop so you can step up to make the difference you're here to make in the world. So, click below. If the register now buttons are still there, then it means there's still places. If they're gone, you'll have to go on the waiting list in case somebody can't make it. The sooner you book, the less you pay, early bird pricing. And I've got a beautiful bonus for you. If you book today as part of the early bird, you get access before the course to my 28-day meditation challenge online training, which people say has turned their lives around because it is so much easier to tame your inner critic once you've become aware of the thoughts you're thinking and you've taught yourself the discipline of how to choose which thoughts to feed. The 28-day meditation challenge program takes you there. It's normally £100. It's yours as my gift if you register today while the early bird is still running. So only 8 places. We're really going to get to work together closely, deep dive on root causes, no sticky plasters, lots of fun. Come and join me in East Sussex. I'd love to share the Inner Critic Bootcamp with you.